Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Resonno, and you are listening to the world famous University Love podcast, also known as Online Marketing Moves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. Okay, we come with the hard hitting facts, the stories, and the motivation to keep you going as far as making money online. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live today. Today is Tuesday, March the 30th, 2021, at the time of this recording. All right. And we are coming to you from the great state of Georgia. We are in the great city of Atlanta right now. Okay. And today we are going to talk about you offering more than just a affiliate link. All right. We are going to talk about packaging. We are going to talk about you packaging and getting more results, better results when it comes to online marketing. All right. What do I mean by packaging? I mean, let's say we talked about ClickBank. For an example, let's say you go to ClickBank. You become an affiliate for, we'll say, something romantic, something for couples. The commission is $150 or whatever. All right. And let's say you have an email list of 2,500 people. We'll say that. You have a list of 2,500 people. What you can do is, of course, you can start writing, emails. And you want to write the emails to where, like we talked about before, you want them to feel something deep, talk about relationships. Maybe talk about relationships in general, talk about, people's pain points, people's joys about relationships, tie that into emails. And then when you do the offer, when you say, hey, I have this product that you might want to use, before you do that, you can always say, hey, I have these bonuses, I have a bonus, I have a t-shirt, I have an ebook, I have a whatever, a keychain, a heart keychain, anything, any couple of things that you can have as far as bonuses will always help you out when it comes to making more sales. The hardest thing to do is just be like, hey, click on this link and buy. It's very hard to do that. It's very hard to say that, especially now, because marketing is getting more and more ninja like. You have to go deeper and deeper. So you have to offer people more. I was just thinking about this weekend. I'm an affiliate for a program, and it's a free trial to start. And I thought to myself, you know what I need to start doing? I need to start offering I'm going to get an ebook made about how to get started in affiliate marketing. And then I'm going to tie that into the book. I'm saying, look, if you take the free trial, send me a screenshot of you taking the free trial, and I'll send you the ebook. And so that's how I'm going to work that. And that's how sometimes, even with the free stuff, you still have to work in a bonus or a deal or a course or whatever you want. There's a wide range of things that you can do. You can send to people to as far as bonuses, as far as, upgrading, getting people into your email list, getting people into your web, getting them to become a customer for you. There's many avenues, and nowadays you have to up your game because there's so much, noise online that you have to come, you say, hey, I got this, I got that. And I know we talked about PLR before and ID PLR, but you have to be careful about those kind of, if you have to, if you don't have the time to write it, I highly recommend you go to Fiverr or you go to Upwork, something like that, and you pay somebody to write an ebook for you. Look, listen, nobody has to know that somebody wrote you an ebook. And the ebook doesn't have to be, 200, 300 pages of, if this 300 pages of information that you can't use, then it's just 300, it's just wasted 300 pages. But if there's 25 pages in there that people can really solidly use, then do that. Make that your ebook, make that your offer to people, make that your offer to people just to sign up for the email list. And then once you start making money, once the money starts rolling in, start expanding on more bonuses, more offers, because the more fishing lines you have in the water, the more bait you will be, the more fish you will be able to catch. You know what I mean? If you have enough bait in the water, you will catch plenty of fish. So what I mean by bait, I mean is the ebooks, the courses. If you can make a course and put it on Udemy, Udemy, you can put it on there. Your course doesn't have to be $2,000. Your course doesn't have to be $2,500. You can have a course for $10. You can have a course for $50, however you want to. And it doesn't have to be like the longest course in the world. It can be something that because listen, something that you learn today, somebody doesn't know tomorrow, and you could and you could give the information, you could pass the information off on them. And does that mean that they shouldn't pay for what you learn? Of course not. If you went and did the research and you're learning this stuff, then you can make a course. You don't have to sit back and wait for 20 years, 10 years. You can make small courses. You can make little courses. Hell, you can do video courses. You can do all kinds of different ways to make a course. Okay. It doesn't have to be, oh, I need 20 years of experience. No, you can say, hey, this is what I learned in the beginning. This is what I got. This is what hurt me. This is what helped me, and you can make that into a course. You can always, because most important thing that information that you can give to people is your very own experience. You can't speak for this person, that person, the other person, but you can always talk about what happened to you and where you failed and where you went wrong and what you wish you could do it all over again. You know what I mean? So you can make that into a course, and you can always sell it for, a low price. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be expensive. Just start going. Just start getting to moving when it comes to the internet marketing, when it comes to making money online. You just want to start generating some income. So be thinking about how can I make these courses. Where can I make these courses? They have all kinds of information online that you can look up, because I know me myself, I need to make my own course. You know what I mean? So I'm right behind you when it comes to I'm gonna make a course about doing a podcast. I'll be honest with you. It's still kind of, it's a tough road to sled, this podcast, you know what I mean? But it can be done. And I have people that listen on a daily basis. So it's not like I'm swinging and missing, you know what I mean? But I know that I haven't done any advertising. I haven't done anything. It's just been kind of, me doing the podcast and uploading on Twitter or uploading on Anchor, and then, people listen, people find it and they download it, and that's been that. There has been no advertising. There has been no, hey, I saw Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen. They had a podcast coming out. And I'm like, man, I need this kind of push. But so I can make that into a course. Whatever you are doing at the time, you can make into a course. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a, that expert. It's just use your expertise and lean into it. Do some research. Study up on it a little bit, and then say, hey, I have a course. You can go to Udemy, or you can go wherever. For $10, $5, $7, just do that, and the more stuff that you have, the more bait that you have in the water, I'm telling you, the more fish you will get. Because I remember when I first started internet marketing, online marketing, this guy, he was trying to be, it was this guy that I saw. I said, oh, this guy he seems like he knows what he's doing, but he would. I told you about I would tell the same story. I'll tell the story again. But I bought a course from a guy for $7. Okay, and the course was okay, but it was crap at the same time, because he would talk for like 5 minutes, and then he would go, okay, if you want to learn more, then go to version 2.0, and 2.0 was like $99. I'm thinking, look, pal, I ain't learned nothing with the seven. I've wasted $7. I wasted $7. Why would I spend 99 more dollars trying to learn? What are you gonna tell me? 3.0, 4.0, So I didn't really like that. I didn't appreciate that at all. But one thing he had kind of duping about, he's like, hey, if you click on this link, you can get a free funnel, And it wasn't anything free about it. It was a ClickFunnels account. And if you don't pay attention, ClickFunnels will charge you. It wasn't a $99 package. They at the time back a couple years ago, it was a $99 package and a $299 package. So I thought I was getting a free funnel from this guy, but obviously I wasn't. And it was a $299 thing, and I was like, and I got lucky and got out of that within the first week because I was like, hold on, man, this is $299. I was like, I ain't got that kind of money, but that's not the point. The point is, when I looked at ClickFunnels, they had, of course, they had the little, build funnels, this, that, and the other, but they had a whole bunch of different things like books and different things that you can buy within the ClickFunnels community, which, you know, if you're going to be an affiliate for ClickFunnels, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it just helped me realize that I need more stuff. I need courses. I need books. I need this. I need that. I'm like, I need a smorgasbord. We all need a buffet of stuff that we can give to people or we can sell to people. Because at the end of the day, you can't just go, hey, click on this link, without having, a reason. Unless you're doing YouTube videos or podcasting where you build an audience up and you say, hey, click on the link, But if you're trying to sell to a complete stranger, the stranger's gonna be like, why should I buy from them? No, you say, hey, I have a book. This book will help you out if you buy this link. If you buy a link, if you click on the link, I'll give you the book. If you buy from this link, I'll give you a book. This, that, and the other, So the one thing I learned at ClickFunnels on my 1 week trial was I need more stuff. I need to have an array of different items for different, if I'm going to be an affiliate for this product, that product, I need to have my stuff together, maybe a PDF, a sheet, a book, a t-shirt, a keychain, or whatever, a video, a private video. You don't have to upload videos on YouTube all day. You can say, hey, this is the video for you. This is to help you out with your training. This is to help you out with whatever, So you can always have videos. I would say, hey, you want to do a 5-minute coaching call with me, this, that, and the other, you can always, it's always different roads you can go down. But the more stuff you have, the better off you are. So this episode is definitely about, coming up with, right. We talked about this last week, but write down different ways, write down different hooks that you can use to get people on your email list, to get customers to buy from you. Write down different packages that you can have, and go out and look at different people's search different people online and just see how they operate. I'll tell you another story. It's the same guy, Russell Brunson. He wrote a book. It was called Traffic Funnels. I read the book. I didn't like that book. His first 2 books were pretty good. I actually liked those books. I bought all 3 of his books. I didn't like the last book. I don't know, it didn't sit well with me, but that's not the point. But the point is, he had this big launch. He was like, hey, whoever sells the most books, I'm going to give you a prize or whatever. Basically, his angle. I'll tell you the angle, which is a very smart idea. But his angle was the more people that buy his book. Of course, you want to, for social proof reasons. This is a. I'm gonna clue you in. This is social proof. It sounds a lot better if you say, hey, I'm Joe Blow, New York Times best-selling author. Okay? That makes you sound credible. That makes you sound very credible. So Russell Brunson is trying to gain more social proof. If you say, hey, I have 3 number 1 best-selling, if I have 3 best-selling books on the New York Times list or whatever, this, that, and the other, whenever people find out about you, they go, oh, okay, this guy, he's a somebody, so it makes you, that's just more social proof, and of course, as I told you before, the more social proof you get, the more celebrities you can, sort of posture with, hang around, the better off you are, so anyway, so that was his angle. So he had all these, different marketers, and I was like, this is a contest I ain't gonna win because I remember one guy he had like, hey, I'll give you a ticket to my course on a cruise or something like that if you buy the book from me. I'm like, man, is it that serious? I was like, I don't know what kind of this is right before the pandemic, I believe. So, cruise might have been out, but all these people had all these different bonuses, and it was like, buy my if you buy this book from me, I'll give you this course. If you buy this, that, and the other, and they had all these stacks, all these value stacks, Now, some of the stuff probably was crap, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure some of these marketers probably had some actually good stuff that you can use. But they just wanted to win the contest and they wanted to help out their, pal. I'm sure most of them was probably friends with Russell Brunson, but I'm sure it helped. I don't know if he was I don't know if his book made the bestseller list. I used to be a member of Click, after the first time I didn't pay the $2.99, but for like 6 months or so, I paid the $99. But then I sort of got away from ClickFunnels because they want to charge you. me personally, I don't really like. I pay you one price. I don't want to get gouged. I don't want to get berated every month for more emails about buying more stuff. It's like, how much crap am I going to buy from you? But that's just me. Me personally. But anyway, so I got off that train. So I don't know what the results were. Plus, I mean, I'll be honest with you. A lot of those people on ClickFunnels, they seem to be like brainwashed kind of sort of. Now, I ain't gonna say kind of sort of. I'm gonna say they do seem very brainwashed to me, and I didn't really like it. I didn't like I was in the ClickFunnels Facebook group at one point, and they all said the same. It sounded like parakeets, for God's sakes. Somebody would be like, so what can I do to sell ClickFunnels? And they'd be like, bring value, bring value, bring value. It's like, man, you're gonna bastardize the word of value. You're gonna just pimp that word right out. And all the time, the same thing: value, value, value. And then somebody would come along, they'd be like, hey, I'm new to ClickFunnels. What should I do? And you would have all these people jumping on them like bloodthirsty vampires. And they'd be like, work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me, work with me. And I was like, oof, this is a little bit too much for me, so I had to get on out of there, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, so that's something that, and especially as I told you before, if you do pre launches for people, because a lot of people do have contests for different things they create, different programs that they sell. They have like these contests and you can win like $5,000, $10,000, stuff like that. So the more bonuses you have, if you once you grow an email list, you can say, hey, if you buy from this guy, I will give you this, I will give you that, I will give you this, that, and the third, and it's just easier that way. It's a lot easier that way than to be like, hey, buy from my link, especially if you're meeting a complete stranger. Now, if you have a relationship with somebody, if they've been listening to your podcast or they've been watching your YouTube videos for a while, then you can just tell them, hey, friend, hit the link and buy the product or whatever, or just sign up for the product. So I mean, I know me myself, I need to do more of that on this podcast. I don't really say what link you should buy. I just, a lot of times I just sort of forget, and then I just sort of get off and I'm like, oh man, I should have said this, but you should not forget that part. I forget that part because sometimes I just get so into the podcast, I don't really think about the marketing part at the end, but that's neither here nor there. But you definitely should not forget. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget. And if you have a catchy, people like t-shirts. People like getting stuff in the mail. So if you can get somebody's address, I would highly recommend you do that. Like, I'm not joking around about that. People like getting mail. I love getting mail. I don't care about. I mean, if you send me an email, that's great. But people love getting mail. People like getting things in the mail, like physical mail. Like, I would be more apt to, because I check my mail every day, and if I get besides, of course, we're an adult. The rush of getting a letter or the rush of getting a gift from somebody, it's still a great thing, especially in the mail. So if you could send people physical gifts, it's like books. I'd much rather get a book, get my hands on a book, be able to touch the book. Maybe because I'm older. I don't know. You might be different. You might like Kindle. I have 2 or 3 books on Kindle, don't get me wrong, and it's nice, but it kind of I kind of zone out a lot faster than I do if I'm just reading a book. If I'm sitting down reading a book at at my desk or in the bed. But so keep that in mind, and that will make you stand apart because many people are just handing out ebooks. But like I said, don't give out crappy. Don't give out. I mean, because I went yesterday, I did some research on the. I signed up for the IDPLR because I signed up for like a lifetime membership. And don't get me wrong, they have some all right stuff on there, but marketing changes every year. Marketing changes so fast. You know what I mean? Like if there's a book from 2016, like I don't know. I'm talking about the books that they have on there. Now some books that people wrote are tried and true. You know what I mean? Like some books you don't have to. Some things apply in the 50s, the 60s as they do today. Like I read that book by Sam Walton. And, he wrote it back in the 80s. And he talked about customer service. And that still applies today. You need great customer service if you want to get anywhere with any kind of business you want to do. All right. So some books stand the test of time. Some of these books about computers and internet, like in 2017, it wasn't no TikTok. So, that's a new way. That's a new way to market. That's a new way to get yourself out there and get people to sign up to your email list. All that and nowadays people are doing more with apps. Websites are still good and everything, but it's like, hey, come to this app. And I actually need to get into the app business because people it's now more and more and more you see less people on the computer and you see more people just boom 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 because even like Instagram you can hit a button and buy something from Instagram, which is crazy to me. I wouldn't do it, but I had a friend, he did it, and he's like, yeah man, I bought something off Instagram, man. Boom, I was done. I was like, damn, really? I was like, yeah, I guess, man, that's cool, man. I still he's like, I don't hardly pull out my Mac anymore. I'm just like, man, I'm still using my Mac. I whip it out all the time, but you know that's just me, because I mean, I paid a pretty penny for this here Mac computer, so me myself, I'm gonna keep using it until it clunks out. But anyway, most people, young people, you know, if you're like 18, 19, if you're in between the ages of like 18 and 25, you might not even own a computer. I don't know. Like you probably can just do everything from your phone or from an iPad. I don't know. I'm assuming I've had to grow and adjust. You know what I mean? Like it's not new to me. I mean, I had computers when I was in the Navy and everything, but it wasn't a necessity. It's crazy how we went from 2000. I'm in the Navy. I'm on a boat. We pull out. We go out to sea. There's no internet service. There's no anything for you to make a phone call. For you to make a phone call, you would have to, go to the store, to the store that we had on the boat. You had to say, "Hey man, I need a phone call, man. $20, okay, ladies and gentlemen, $20 will get you 10 minutes on the phone." And let me tell you something, those 10 minutes can zoom by. I bought one card the whole time I was in the Navy when we was out to sea. I bought one card, and I tell you what, it was. I've wasted money before, but I ain't never wasted money like this. I called a young lady, and for 8 minutes she just sat on the phone, and I said, "Hey." She said, "Hey," and I said, "Okay." I said, "How you been?" And she said, "Good." And I said, "Okay, that's great." I said, "What are you doing now?" "Nothing." And then that was it. And then she said, "Well, it was nice hearing from you." And I said, "What, am I a complete stranger?" But anyway, that's just a flashback. But and even now, like payphones, come on, man. When's the last time you used a payphone? Have you ever used a payphone? Payphones used to be the payphones used to be the lifeblood of living. All right, but people don't use payphones anymore. It's all things change. So that's why recommend you just, if you don't have time to, if you can write out like a worksheet, that's great. But if you can pay somebody on Fiverr to write you a little ebook, or you can collaborate with somebody and write you an ebook, or write you a worksheet, or write you or do a video, that I recommend that instead of going to the PLRs of the world, because like I said, some books never outdated. They might need a little revision, but they're never outdated. But a lot of the stuff on the PLR and the ID PLR, it's okay, but it's I'd rather for you to, because if you sell somebody dirtbag products the first time, they won't come back. So I want you to be able to, my goal for you, my hope for you is, not everybody's going to buy from you a second time, but my goal for you is to retain most of the customers that you get. All right. Because it's a lot easier to sell people over and over again than it is to go out and mine for new customers. Okay. So that's my hope for you. So this is why I want you to get it right the first time, and I don't want you to sell boo boo products or give them boo boo bonus items, because a lot of marketers sell crap products. And they're like, this is a bonus. This is worth $9,000, but it's not really. I mean, and this is another reason why I'd say, you can make a course. You don't have to make it super expensive. It just depends on what it is. If it's a specialty course, if you know a lot about, let's say, SEO, you can charge what you want. Like, I need all the I need all the search engine optimization help I can get. So I will pay whatever. I'd be like, hey, this guy knows what he talk about. Like, there's a guy online. He does link building or backlinks, and I'm like, man, I need all that. All right, for my website. I need backlinks. I need front links. I need all kinds of links. Okay. I need to make my stuff strong, the SEO strong. So if you have a specialty about that, then that's one thing. But if you're just gonna give general information, then you don't have to really charge. Don't try to charge too much. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to go over the top. If you're gonna tell people, hey, what you need to do is take action. Come on, Jack. We all know that, I mean, I said it yesterday. You got to take action. Of course, it's obvious. I mean, you tell your audience that because sometimes it helps. Sometimes they don't realize, hey, what's holding me back? You're holding yourself back. Sometimes we all need that reminder. But I'm not going to charge you $2,000 to remind you, hey, buddy, take action. You know what I mean? That's just a general statement. That's a blanket statement. Of course, you got to take action, but sometimes we need that reminder. All right. So avoid selling people boo products. And make sure you sell people stuff that they need. Sell people stuff that they are going to actually use. All right. And as I told you before, if you can, send them a T-shirt, send them something in the mail, because getting the address is definitely something good. And then you can keep sending them cards. You can keep sending them things. The more what you want is, you want to stay on people's frontal lobe. Okay, you want to be in the front. You don't want to be way in the back. You want them to be on your mind. When they see your name in the email, you're like, oh, hey, it's my buddy, and boom, they click on every email. Boom, boom, boom. That's what you want. Okay. Anyway, I hope this helps. Remember, the more bait you have in your tackle box, the more fish you will catch. All right. And so, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Resonno. You take care of yourself. And as always, everybody, peace.